Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Bug here. And it is that time again. Yes, the MotorTown gods have looked down upon us and blessed us with another update, and this one is a big one. So, in the last update, you may have seen this plant, which was absolutely non-interactive, and everybody was curious as to what it was doing. Well, now it's fully functional. And to use it, you will need one of these bad boys. Now this is Terra, an absolute beast of a dump truck. And look at it. Absolutely amazing. We've been needing something like this for a long time. There you go. There's a size comparison. The character is the same height as the tyres. Absolute monster. So let's jump in and have a little look. Oh, give me my menu. There we go. So here she is. Her name is Terra. She is a rear-wheel drive front-engine heavy machine with a 350 horse engine. Transmission is a brand new transmission specific to this truck, and it is called the Mine Truck 7-speed, and it has 3 reverse gears. Now, on the borrowed ones, the owner's profit share is 44%, which is a lot of money, and I don't know why it has a comfort star. That seems completely pointless to me because there's no passenger seat. The capacity, though, that is where it shines. It holds 23, making it the largest vehicle in the game now. Not only in capacity, but in physical size as well. So, this is the borrowed version, and this is a purchased one. Now, unfortunately, there's not many modifications you can do to it, so you can't really make it much more powerful. But what you can do is paint it and change the suspension around. So you can have fun with it still. But let's go and take it for a rip and see how she works. And also, we can investigate the new material, limestone rock. Now, everybody that was wondering what this machine was down in the quarry, well, it's a rock crusher. So you can no longer pick up limestone like you used to from the quarry. There is still, let me just put that on autopilot. There is still these little quarry supplies. However, there is a new one down here. But they now supply limestone rock instead of limestone. And what you got to do is you've got to pick up that limestone rock and bring it down to the crusher for it to be processed into limestone that you can haul away and use as you were before. So yes, it is one extra step. However, it is one extra step that you are getting paid for. Especially if you've saved up enough to build and buy one of these. I will go through with you in a minute exactly what it takes to build and buy one of these. And I assure you, it's not cheap. As you can see, I'm down to 11 grand, and I'm actually in debt. There is going to be a few loan payments coming out throughout this episode. But yeah, listen to her go. That engine sounds a lot more monstrous than it is. You see in there, nice big V12 with a turbo. Not forgetting the turbo. It does look like there's a passenger seat in there, so maybe there is. However, there is no passenger door. Oh yeah, there is a passenger door. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Suppose we'd have to wait and see. Maybe we'll try and pick up a hitchhiker later on. Would be fun to put a taxi license on this. However, you cannot. I've already checked. Whoops. Let's check what this thing's like off-road, shall we? Don't know what that black line is there. Oh, yeah. Yes, go on. Go on, Terra. You can climb. Now, I have got raised suspension on this. This has maximum lift. And I have actually softened the suspension to its minimum softness as well. So it's down to 50% springs. It has 500% dampers, and it's doing well so far. But let's wait and see what she's like when she's loaded. I just felt those springs were way too stiff. It needed more articulation. Right, here we go. So this, as you'll notice, was automatically waypointed in my navigation. Now that was purely because the new system for the rock truck, I'm not sure whether it's like that for everything else, but for the quarry truck, as soon as you jump in it, it will automatically direct you to whichever one has the most amount of stock. Now, in my case, it was this one with 160 out of 160. However, it does not do this if you are outside the boundaries of the quarry. So let's have a look. We've got 160 there, and we are being paid 266 per unit. Let's fill that up. And the suspension has dipped down a fair amount, as to be expected. A sticker in sports mode. Let's check the articulation while we're here with the big rocks. Okay, right, so it clearly worked because all four wheels are touching the floor now, whereas before it would be teetering on two wheels. Kind of like that. But that is a massive improvement. Now, even though this has got a 350 horse engine, do not be fooled, it is not fast. This is not going to win any races, unless the race happens to be against the Vulcan forklift, because this thing is slow. But it's torquey, and that's what matters. It can carry a lot. Now, later on in the video, we will be testing to see what this is actually like doing a coal run, of course, but not from the mines. I have already tried to do it from the mines. It is not doable in single player. Now, there is going to be people who try to prove me wrong and do it for yourselves. Fine, you go right ahead. I spent 80 minutes with two of us, and it was life-changing. It really was. Yeah, she's really good off-road. Really good. Going downwards. Not so much going up. It hasn't got the power, that's the problem. Plus, you cannot put a locked diff in this, which really does hinder it. If it had a locked diff and a little bit more power option, then I reckon she would be fine doing a coal run. But yeah, I'm gonna try and do one from Dassa Harbour. Right, let's see what we get here. Not too bad. Not great. Not great, not too bad though. Right. It was a very short delivery, so we can't really complain. Now, let's get down here. I wish the engine was as good as the brakes. Oh, don't fall over. Oh yes, look at that for stability. So once you've dumped the limestone rock up there into the crusher, all you got to do is head over here to the pickup points. There we go. So you've got your three options there. You can take it to turn into cement or down to the quarry. The steel mill. Now, I don't want to deliver any of that, but it's there if you want to. So, where can you buy it? You can buy it right here, at this brand new building. Let's go and check it out. This is the Terra Factory, and it's a bit of a monster, as you can see. There's a Terra right there that has previously been built by yours truly. And in here, you can see the production side of things, where one is in the process of being built. However, that is only for show. That never gets finished. But this is where you can find them. So once you've built them, you get two choices. You can either buy them or deliver them. Let's just land this and go and check this out. So the one that you buy turns up right here, and it's 890,000, making it the most expensive in the game by far. The next most expensive was the Rotator at 620,000, and then everyone lost their minds about how expensive that one was. So here's your box. This is what you need. You need 3 steel coils, 2 containers, 2 H-beams, 2 oil, 2 plastic pallets, and 1 fuel. Ouch. Now, I'm only 3 coils short of building another one. And when you build it, you get 2 choices. You can either buy it from here, or you can deliver it from over there. So the first one I built, it wasn't available for purchase at the time. So I never got the choice. It just turned up over here for delivery. The second one I built turned up in there. So I'm not actually sure as to what the process is, but it looks like this one has to be delivered now. So maybe later on we can go and deliver that. Be interesting. Very interesting. But we can't spend too much time on one thing. We've got plenty of other things to look at today. So you may notice these new yellow lines. They just turned up in yesterday's version of the update. So nowadays, when you need to build something, it tells you exactly what needs to go into it, just like that. It doesn't tell you how much, but it does tell you what. So it tells you the fuel and oil, the H-beams, the steel coils, the container, and the plastic pallets, and where they need to go, and what they produce once they get there. Now, this isn't just only for the Terra factory. Sanho has got it as well. So this tells you that you need a container and crude oil to make your refined oil and your fuel. And I don't know if that's always delivered fuel, but it does now. It's also exactly the same up in, I think it does it here as well, yep. Tells you that that gets turned into something that goes there. And there's a few on the main island. One there for the cheese. One there as well. But yeah, you'll see them dotted around all over the place. Right, I think we've spent enough time on Terra for now. Let's quickly go and investigate some more stuff. So, first of all, let's go down here. Yep, the construction site has been completed. It is now a block of units. Now, then there's no interaction at all. I have no idea what they're going to be used for, but for now, they're just visual. 30 units of what looks like apartment blocks, but it's impossible to tell. Maybe we'll get more information later on. And the flat, lifeless desert is no longer flat. It is still lifeless, but there is now sand dunes, which will make the impossible to cross desert even more impossible to cross, because now it's hilly too. So yeah, anybody who wants to drive across the desert, good luck is all I'm saying to that. However, I am curious as to whether the alien is still there, so Right, next, let's go and have a look at a brand new feature. The farm. Anybody who's a fan of farming, you're welcome, basically, because this place looks awesome and I cannot wait to find out where they're taking it. Now, if they are taking it in the direction that I hope they're taking it in, then we will be able to drive tractors, combine harvesters, and all sorts, and be able to actually grow things and just generally use this farm like farmland. Well, as you can see, it's a nice little farm. We've got a massive barn. Oh, a storage shed, a silo. But most interestingly, we have a baler. And I say that's interesting purely because there is nothing here baleable. We just have sunflower seeds here. Well, sunflowers. And we have a new tractor. Looks like an old vintage jobby. I cannot wait to drive this. Please, please, please make this drivable. Even if it doesn't have any real use, I just want to drive it. How cool does that look? And over here, we have a telehandler. Now that looks awesome. I cannot wait to get my hands on one of them. Again, please make that drivable, very soon. And then over here, you'll see a tractor with a front loader and a bucket. Now that looks cool. Really, really hope that's usable. I want to play with that. It would be handy if we could, like, load our own bulk materials. That would be absolutely amazing. Right, anyway. Right, let's go and check out depots. So, I have pre-built 2 depots here. Here is depot 1, and over there you'll find depot 2. Now, depot 1 isn't completely empty. Depot 1 has some stuff in it. Now, anybody who's played Under the Sand will notice some of these bits are very, very similar. I'll just be quiet for a minute so you can have a little look around. That's depot 1. Over here is depot 2, and this one is a little bit lifeless. There's nothing in here. Except space. Lots and lots of space. You could definitely fit a dump truck in here. Nice little showroom for your cars, maybe? But they both work exactly the same. So, I will overlay a little clip of it working now, and around about now you should see in the top right hand corner of the screen there's a little marker now that tells you when your company AI vehicles are low on health. So the depot can be added en route so that the AI vehicles can go and repair themselves without human interaction. Now that is amazing. I love that idea. Automatically repairing AI vehicles. So I'll show you how that works. Press O on the keyboard, and after your depot is built, you will have a new tab up here that says Depot. I've got 3. I've got one that's not built yet. So that's Depot 1, that's Depot 2, and that will be Depot 1 that's down here. So Depot 1 is currently full on storage and full, and so is 2. But to refill, just click and done. Okay, just like that. Nice and simple. To add them to the route, all you got to do, go to your truck route, call it whatever you want. Depot test will work in this case. And say, for instance, you're running oil from OG to Jeju. So, where is the Jeju drop-off? That'll be that one. That's fine, but that company truck is going to need repairing at least once before it gets back to OG again. Probably twice. Well, how can you fix that? So, after OG, just have it stop off at your depot. And then after Jeju, why not have it stop again? Repair on the way back. Done. So now it goes from OG to the depot, drops off, comes back, repairs again, back to OG, pick up again. Now, it would probably make more sense to buy a new plot of land, which you can find on this new ring road, which is very, very welcomed, because let's go and have a look at it. Might as well just bring this down. It was the last thing we used. So this plot of land, 30 by 30 meters, and it costs 150,000 to buy. So it's on the mid-range of the price spectrum, and this is the new shortcut road. Well, not a shortcut road, but a ring road, I should say. So there's Biang. No need for a campy to be put there anymore. And the new road cuts across here, goes all the way around, and it's there for a turnaround, because previously any NPC trying to turn around, or even your autopilot, would have had to come around here and then go all the way around here and take this long shortcut just to turn around again. Now they can just whoosh and then back. From any direction, every single option is covered. And that is absolutely amazing. I love it. So thank you for adding that one. And this is the road, nice and smooth. It will also make a nice patch of room for race night. So I cannot wait for the first race night to be, hopefully, in this kind of area. Let's go and fill this up. I've used a little under a quarter of a tank. Let's see how much that is. I imagine this thing's got a massive fuel tank and really thirsty. Okay. No, not nearly as much as I expected, if I'm honest. Does fill up quite slowly, though. That was 70 litres, just like that. Right. There is one more purchasable property, and that's down there. However, I can't drive down there. I can't teleport down there because I don't own it yet, because I ran out of money. So I'm going to put a marker down there, and then I will wait. No, I will drive down there, and I will see you soon. And this is it, the £300,000 lot, 50 by 50 metre square, with a lovely sea view. Check that out. Beautiful bit of land. So yeah, plenty big enough for a depot 1 or 2. Depot 1 or depot 2, not 2 depots. That would be ridiculous. And yeah, that, to be honest, I think is prime location for a depot as well, because anybody who likes to run AI routes from somewhere on the main island down to Ara, then that is about halfway. I mean, that's as good as it's going to get halfway, isn't it? So, I mean, if you really wanted to be technical, you could probably put one there and then have them stop at both places just to be extra safe, but not really necessary, especially when you could put one here, like I have. So let's go and check it out. This is completely unbuilt, and that's what she needs. This is for depot 1. It's 10 concrete, 10 sand, 2 wood planks, 2 wood beams, H-beams, and 2 plastic pipes. Now, depot 2 needs 15, 15, 4, 4, and 3, I think. I will just have to confirm on that one. But yeah, it's about half again. So, it's okay. I mean, it's worth it once it's built. So, what's next? We've checked out the farm, we've checked out there, and let's go over to here. And I will just quickly take flight again, because over here, slightly to the west, you'll see there is another new domiciliary building. Very similar to the construction site place at Sanho, but way smaller. Now, again, there's no interaction. I have no idea whatsoever what this is going to turn into. But for now, it makes a nice little visual aspect to the game. Just something to make it feel more alive, isn't it? So, I can't see any other changes around here that's been made. However, I'm not the most observant person, so maybe one of you can notice something that's changed a bit. Oh man, drone, stay still. It's like the wind's blowing it around. So yeah, that's that. Only a little change, but a change nonetheless. So, let's get back and park just like that. Right, so what do we have next? I completely forgot. I was meant to go and check out the Guangjin warehouse first before I left there. However, I forgot. That's on me. But we will get to that. Meanwhile, there is something here we want to check out as well. In fact, that's right nearby, isn't it? So let's check that out first. I will meet you over there. And here we are. So, This little road used to be completely unusable. I've tried many vehicles down there, and I've never managed to take a completely loaded vehicle down there, no matter what. And apparently, it's been modified to make it a lot better and a lot nicer to use. So let's find out how true that is. Keep it in 4 high for now. And I think 4 high is now useless. So let's go for... damn it. 6 low. Okay, yeah, it's usable. Pick a better gear. There we go. Okay, so that passed fairly easy on that one. Didn't even need lock diffs for that. What about... oh man! Whoops. I wasn't expecting it to be muddy on that corner until last second. Okay, easily passable there. Good to know. Let's see what else. This hill was... no, in fact, I don't think I've ever been to the middle of this, other than on foot. Oh, that's still very, very slippery there. Before, there was no way of getting down here without a winch. It was winch only. But now, I reckon it's possible to do it without a winch. It'll still be difficult, but possible. And bear in mind, I'm talking loaded. Unloaded is way easier anyway. Tell you what, I'm liking the way it looks now. It definitely looks better. Well, so far, no problems at all, so I can't complain there. And there we go. The road is complete. That's the first time I've successfully driven down that road with no winch. So, I approve. Yeah, here we go. Welcome to Guanjing Warehouse. I'll just quickly show you on the map where I am, right here. And it's going to act exactly the same as all other warehouses. You can bring stuff here, you can take stuff from here. But it'll be good for anybody who's a fan of long distance journeys because there is not much around. So yeah, very welcome in addition to the family. Looks quite nice too. There wasn't much around here before, so it gives a little bit of life to this dead-end road. But I like the way they're slowly populating it. Can't wait to see what else gets added. Right, let's go and have a look at delivering this terror. I think we're definitely going to need a bit of a low max situation for this. I'm going to take the FL1. Now my low max should be pre-stiffened. Go. Get the ladder gear up. Alright, let's go and load her up and see exactly what we get paid for this. Now I don't reckon you're going to be able to do this in a rented Lomax, purely because the side extensions are going to be needed, I would say. I would be very, very surprised if you could get this on a rented one. Let's see how she goes. Oh, okay, she went up there nice. Now, I think about there would probably be good, but I'm going to go down to the bottom layer because I don't want it any higher than necessary. There will do nicely. Wow. That really does hang over the edge there, doesn't it? Button. I can't believe the sheer size of that thing. It looks brilliant. However, as far as dump trucks go for quarries, that's actually only a medium-sized one. Right, let's go get her delivered. Oh wow, look at the suspension. This FL1 suspension is stiffened as well, so... Now, it did say in the patch notes that these get delivered to the quarry. However, my one is requesting to be delivered to the heavy-duty garage up here. So I don't know if that's a bug, or maybe they're not all going to be delivered to the same place. I don't know. But either way, let's go and get this delivered and see how much we get paid for it. And here we go. There is the marker. There we go. Now I assume this is going to have to be on the floor, so let's park in front. Get them ramps down. And I'm actually excited to see how much we get for this. I'm really hoping it's going to be a decent amount. But I'm kind of scared that it's going to be terrible. Oh, I thought I couldn't get him. Right, here goes. Okay, that's not too bad. I can't lie, I was hoping for way more. Because, you know, you've still got to build it. You put all the same materials in as if you're going to buy it for nearly $1 million. And then to sell one, you only get 150,000. I was kind of hoping for about 400,000. So, in my opinion, is it worth it? I don't think it is. I don't know. But unfortunately, that is all we've got time for today. And if you want to see me do a dump run, not a dump run, a coal run or an iron run from Dasa to the steel mill, then make sure you stay tuned, because next episode on Wednesday, that is what we're going to be doing. And we will find the absolute best use case for the dump truck. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and join me in the next one. Bye-bye for now.